What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots. So I'm going to review the second and final collaborative album between American singers Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga. This particular product is called Love for Sale, and it came out in the fall of 2021. So within these particular type fares, this is Tony Bennett's 61st album within these type pitches, the most recent thing he did before his unfortunate passing. Pitches like that, legendary career, pitch like that, spanned pretty much 5-6 decades or more, pitch like that, some of these hit type appeals, aspects like that. And also this is Lady Gaga's 7th album within these type pitches, which I think her 4th album was her 4th album within these type pitches was Cheek to Cheek, the original collaboration album that they did in 2014 as far as these first albums. So excellent type pitches getting towards this here. This is another banging type one. This is just as good and just as central and just as hitting as Cheek to Cheek from 2014. Pitch like that, some hit type aspects within these particular type tones. The pitch behind it, same sort of flair within these aspects as the hit type variety within pitch like that continues like the aspect of that particular tone. Just the aspect having like having good kind of jazz pop and pitches like that. Since that Friday's taking it back to like the flair of like 60s type aspects and pitches like that. Has the hit type appeal as far as saying rhythmic type on here. And the fair about it is it brings some of these type varieties for folks that may not have as much candid type memory with some of these type pitches as far as how the fair is going to happen back from decades prior within pitch like that. So has the hit type appeal as far as getting towards that with some nice pitches on here. Now this is not there is some jive on here, pitch like that's within the variety as far as saying just taking like the particular, the same as like, has the same amount of bounce like a contemporary type jostle pitch like that's within the variety as far as saying the aspect just within tone, just in a more kind of, just to say in a throwback kind of swing type sense pitch like that, which excellent type appeal as far as these pitches out. But I look after here within the pitch behind it, yeah, some interesting type pitches. Now within the variety as far as saying, nails the aspect to being able to get towards it. So within pitch, within some type products, I think mine is like maybe it's not. I'm not as full bound type sure within some type pitches, but apart from like Tony Bennett and like particular maybe someone like Michael Bublé, folks like that, some type pitches kind of fair as far as saying this traditional type variety that was back in like the present, like the 70s, 60s, some type fairs is not as like full bound type complex pitch like that. You get the occasional type one that kind of has some of these type tones within pitch, like the routine type flavor. It's good to get like these refreshers as far as these pitch can have within like the variety as far as just a reminder some of those type styles pitch like that. So I'd say within these hit type aspects as far as getting to like some of these foot taps, very much it's Tony Bennett has the same banging typeness that he had back in the 60s and 50s pitch like this. The hit type feel just within those products feels like Sinatra and some of these type folks and pitches like that, and like feels like Sinatra and Bing Crosby, some of these type folks within those type pitches as far as the variety is going to happen, aspects like that. Some of these particular type pitches is excellent within the ordeal as far as getting towards it. I would have to say definitely within the aspects as far as the fair kind of happens. Yeah, some good type tones getting towards some of these type pitches within the aspect. Has like it's very nice bubbly and schmooze type albums as far as these pitch albums. So it's excellent within the pitch as far as the particular flair. The particular fire in the jump as far as these pitching albums. So yeah, within the pitch, being able to say here within these aspects, one single off this product, but I recommend all 12 songs. So there is an additional edition of this album as far as these pitching albums, paying attention towards it. There is another version of it that has like 19 songs in here, so I will return to this album down the road with some of these type aspects. Basically, in particular, there's a Cheek to Cheek live, so it's kind of pitch to say within the fair I can some further type pairs get towards this with some of these type products to see what's up with this. So within this products we'll get another one of these going within pitch like that. But I look after here being able to say I recommend all 12 songs off the deluxe edition on here, which includes like the 2 extra songs, which would be I've Got You Under My Skin and You're the Top as far as these first games. So good nice pitch as far as paying attention towards it. But I look after it here. Good nice appeals within pitch like this. I get a kick out of use the hitting type ones like this. The lead single I get a kick out of use the hitting type ones, like a nice chalant kind of set aside to get towards here. Just pour out some mochas for diva pitch like that. Some type of feels good pitch like that. Dance the jig, some type of spells. Just feeling smart as far as this pitch can happen. So good excellent varieties of pitches like that. To just throwback type good excellent vanilla type one with some of these type pitches like traditional swing type varieties pitch like that, hit type feels. So within aspects, some of these have more homebound type fits, but with a good portion it has the same aspect kind of going in between like a hosting type fit. Some of the fairs like the aspect that this the jive where these particular the flair of getting like aspects that some of those type varieties will kind of be within the station of it. So it's good nice fairs just have like this kind of within the pitch of it's basically just like firing things up, kind of the pitch of just like when you would think of like it's just good, nice fairs for firing things up when you would think of like a record player and some of the pitches amongst it that would just kind of have like the fair just kind of getting to a basic kind of toe tap and pitch like that. So it's just the refined typeness, tuxedo type music. I definitely say here, pitch like that, sense type fairs, but it's kind of more missed. Kind of gives me ballroom type vibes, some of these type pitches within the aspect, but just kind of not, just kind of a homebound type fair with the. This has some good hosting type hits amongst it for just like a good spell of finery pitch like that for some of these type fairs to just getting like a good. Getting like some blood red candles lit, some of these type fairs pitch like that amongst the fair, just something for like the variety of having like a more extravagant type night pitch like this. So this kind of aspects for the fair is going to have some of these type pitches, good nice varieties within a 2020s type fashion, get towards some of these type ones and pitch like that. Just kind of feeling smart and pitch like that, just kind of the groove factor of it. It's good nice pitches, just excellent type pitches and vintage vibes pitches like that. So I look after here. Another nice one with some of these type pitches within these type tones is pretty similar to that particular one would be the Tony Bennett solo song. Just one of those things as far as those pitch guys, the hidden type ones, like a great feeling Froggy and Friday kind of break free to get towards here pitch like that. Just kind of some break free kind of jump pitch like that. It's one of those type ones like a step out type fair, just getting towards the park like crunk type nest in the aspect of throwback type vibes. Get some tulips for like a diva pitch like that. Just some puppy chow on top of that. Some of these type pitches. It's kind of variety within the pitch behind it. This kind of has like degrees. This kind of has degrees of somberness type about it within pitch like that, but it's just kind of the fair as far as saying just keeping within the track typeness of the fair kind of behind it with this re-ups and consistent re-ups and just consistent tone check and pitch like that sense of variety, just making sure the variety kind of within the hit type PL is still within the station pitches like that. It's kind of the fair disc. If it's going to be dinner later, if you got some dinner fare to get towards Saturday pitch like that, just kind of have a Friday type fit to kind of get some crunk type factor out of your system fairs like that, but just pick up a tulip or 2 or 3, something like that within those type pitches. Get some puppy chow for like the aspects of pitch like that, hit type tones. But good type of PLs. You're the tops of hitting type 1 as well. Good nice bang type. And it's like a good day activity to get good pitch like that. Just feeling lounge and foot taps as far as these pitches. This one's pretty similar to I Get a Kick Out of You pitch like that. It was kind of within the fair, just kind of usual type post up pitch like that. Court Gallibit, sometimes that fair is just, oh, you think so? Sometimes that pitch is kind of variety, just seeing what's kind of good with getting like the POV type fair pitch like that, point of view type fair. Sometimes that pitch is just kind of the yeps of just kind of the yeps of the situation pitches like that. Probably particular gals in a felt cute might delete later type mode pitches like that. Sensitive prices pitch like that. Sensitive fairs that's you don't say type fair pitch like that. Sensitive fairs, but it's the aspects for those pitch kind of just some of those hit type aspects pitch like that. Love for sales hitting type 1. Love for sale the title tracks, the hitting type ones like a chummy bar sit nostalgia as far as these pitch can have good excellent fares. Like appreciate the jive. I definitely say here's some vibe check, good pitch like that within the phrase. Just the good typeness of keeping the station of it going. Hella shit to speak as far as these fares go. So within the pitch for us saying just good gabble in your mind since that pitch amongst just plenty of shit to kind of get towards and say within since that pitch is kind of good night around. So it's gonna be long winded type night since the pitch amongst kind of the hit type variety. It's kind of within the price. So just out in the fray pitch like that, kind of just NY type stepping sense to pitch. Now, not say it's full bounce if it has to be NY, but just kind of within a more traditional type sense of just like Broadway and bright lights kind of fair pitch like that for like some show stepping pitch like that, where it probably would be like degrees of just a little bit more glam type factor pitch like that, just more within not not to say if it has to be full bound type Hollywood pitch like that, but just some of the stuff aspect for like shows. Show stepping pitch like that since at first miss like the scene of this more glam type embellish and pitch like that since it type feels the pitch first thing getting towards the product, good accent pitches. Another good set of rounds pitch like that, but yeah, good nostalgia amongst the beginning of the song pitch like that, just the aspect of like the routine, this consistent fury, good pitch like that, hit type aspects. Night and Days, the hitting type 1. These are some type 1s, a good assortment of some of these type 1s that have like the fair, like the to get around and pitch like that. Night and Days like a boogie night and bright lights kind of to get towards pitch like that. Just smoky and swoon it as far as these players can have a good night fairs. Just have like a drink of choice going for gals. Some of the pitches. Just what's the one you're really trying to drink. Some of the pitch. Now not say as if it has to be liquor or affairs like that, but just something within those type pitches. Whether it is like a particular green tea or some of the pitches like that, one of those type ones. Good nice malt or something like that. Even if it's just a round of hitting up Sonic, some of the pitches just get. Good product of choice type fairs within the system. It's kind of a choice night to say something like that. Just be consistent with choice on type pitches. You look like you need the great value brand pitch like that since it feels, but just the pitch as far as saying just some goodies kind of get towards the top of the sunny type extra type fries, backpack full of them. If you're not car full of shit or backpack full of shit as far as these pitches go. Just kind of miss the pitches, just like step out type fried pitches like that, since hit type peels. Yeah, but night and day is definitely good. Smoky and swoonedness, good pitch like that. Just hit type peels. Just appreciate the syrup of the night and the after product pitches like that. Hit type peels. Do I love to use the hitting type one as well as like a nice satin kind of smoke and nothing's get towards here pitch like that. Just need to pick me out since the fares just gal a little bit on the chummy type side pitch like that. Get a jumper going since the pitch like real nice zowing kind of breakfast pitch like that. Since the fares just pitch like that. Since the fares kind of get the jolt back in the system. Fares like that. Just kind of the product. What's the day missing? Since the products go ahead. B. Don't hold back as far as these pitch can happen within since the products kind of pitch as far as getting towards it. But yeah, just kind of products, some of those type fares just kind of like set aside just in a more kind of just particular cozy type aspect pitch like this. This is the fair as far as just like the product. Good pleasant type ones pitch like that, hit type aspects as far as the pitch kind of happens. But yeah, just being rosy pitch like that, hit type aspects, particularly Dream Dancing is a hitting type one as well as like a typical holiday and gray sky kind of brush get towards here. Just a home fit, I'd say. Some set aside as far as these pairs gonna happen. Just fireplace kind of coffee talk as far as these pairs gonna happen. So these particular ones feel like the sort of music within the fair when you hear some of those type ones like favorite things and those holiday type tunes that you get towards with some of those type products that typically kind of happen where it feels ripped out of that fashion out of like the early 60s and late 50s and 70s, some of the basics. Some of those type fairs are listing to some of that type product outside of like the November, December type fairs. So some of those type pitches that just have that particular carryover type product and aspects. I mean, it probably has, it feels like other type fairs that's holiday type music that's not necessarily holiday centric, but just some of those type pitches amongst the fray kind of it. Grace kind of brush for like October type fair and pitches like that. Someone loves the hitting type ones, like amidst some commute and favor run to get in like a swinging type fashion. So pitches like that, when you think of some of those 3-6 Mafia type songs within snack run type fair, Walgreens type run, sense to pitches, aspects like that, sense type pitches, kind of aspects as far as these particular fairs that just kind of within a 60 type fashion, some of those type fries that just pick us for gal pitch like that, pick up like a vinyl within the fashion, how you do those particular, go about those things like a 62 or 64 type fashion, 57 type fashion pitch like that, just pick up like a vinyl. A candle sends the pitches, fairs like that. It's kind of a suave type one's a pitch like that. Now within the fray, being tuxedoed up or sends the pitches with an aspect, just the standard type fair looking like particular, like James Dean and some stuff folks pitch like that, kind of within the variety, just like the aspect of particular neighborhood runs pitches like that amongst sense type fairs. It's kind of pitch as far as getting towards it is kind of the aspect of this. Now within the product, obviously vehicle type commerce within these type pitches as well, but just to spell if it is just a quick if it is just a quick jaunt by like a department store, since I pitch amongst sunstep prices, pitch like that, sunstep ones just make like, if you don't want to waste the gas or you don't feel like being sober, sunstep pitch just has sunstep price on top of that. I've got you under my skins, the hitting type one as well within these type pitches, like a good groovy kind of two-step to get in demon time kind of relish, I'd say, as far as these pairs going to happen. Just a foot tap here, definitely just nachos in your system, since the pairs to get some memes going within pitches like that. This is one of the more type ones for like the aspect of getting some tear up kind of within the system pitch like that. Now within the hit type PLs, the concentration on here we kind of have within the fashion and gal within these type tones, not to say within that being a whatsoever type problem, but this is a pitch as far as this more within a juggling type fashion, just getting towards those products, but having some of these type phrases where it would be the fairs that having like some Baileys and martinis, fairs like that, but it's this kind of pitch as far as saying vibe check type fair definitely within those, or health check type fair definitely within those pitches as far as paying attention to like folks and company pitch like that, but also the fair not getting too sloppy within some stuff pitches where it's kind of the product where it's gonna the aspect within some of the fairs is just the stable typeness depending upon the more kind of debonair type entendre that goes along with this. So it's just a pitch for some. It's the pitch as far as some of those type products going to happen along with it, not to be kind of like crass or getting too crotchety pitch like this. It's the hit type appeals, but yeah, just good, nice fairs. One of these type ones for a little bit more just jump pitch like that. Definitely gets the notches in your system. Fairs like that. I think of some other type ones. I don't think I talked about it's lovely as far as these fairs going to have in this hit type ones. Like a good pace around. It's going to get towards here. Just some puppy dog type moments pitch like that. Just appreciate good, nice fairs amongst things that pitches. Kind of phrase it just things like stupid, isn't it? Something that fries pitch like that. It's kind of a phone type fit. These are particular things I thought you should notice today. Pitch like that, some stuff fairs, but just appreciate like the conduct of like the goings on, like a good jump type fashion. Just aspects of some of these stuff fairs, just like the priming type the aspects of the exhilaration type fair within the product of getting towards like the aspect of like the exhilaration type moments of getting towards the activity as far as these pitch as things start heating up, pitch like this. Some of the stuff there is just the excitement of it, pitch like that, but it's kind of the product of you already know things are about this kind of pretty consistent rhetoric type where things probably going to be within the product of dumbest thing. Things about to be within the product of dumbest things that are pitched like that. And not to be just like naysayer pitch like that to where it's, but just the pitch of this being kind of like Joe Pesci, but just not as full bound to like the nastiness type product, more within the pitch of thinking of like Adam Sandler, but just not getting in trouble with it as far as those press guys. So just pitch like that kind of Adam Sandler type variety, pitch like that. Chris Farley in certain sense, some of the stuff pitch, but just paying attention towards Joe Pesci in like a more noir type sense, but just or swinging type sense, but just the pitch it is not not quite as scoring. Not quite as scoring it pitch like that, but as fares like that phone type fit, it's the fares of what's particularly within the phone type fare, phone dive type products pitch like that, sense type aspects within the tone of disc. Sure, you have plenty of these type ones pitched like that. Trying to think of some other type ones on here pitched like that, sense type aspects. I would say within these type pitches, I don't think I talked about Let's Do It as far as these first have Let's Do It's like a homebound and house clean to get in like a gray blase here pitch like that. Whip up like a meringue pie, sense type pitches within the fair. Get some jello shots going, sense type pitch with a little bit more aspect like the jump going. Good jive type song. We definitely say within these pitches, get the jello shots going within sense the pitch to keep the jostle of it going, pitch like that. Now, not to say within pitch if it is more of like a luncheon or kind of more fam type. Not to say if it's within pitch like a luncheon or more family type fare pitch like that, more within a homestead typeness, but it's the pitch, this being just random jello shots pitch like that, sense the pitch kind of get towards a crunkness. Definitely the pitch, help it. Making like a meringue pie for gal yourself or helping out with one as far as this pitch. I'm just kind of the product of this homestead type, extra type fare, things that pitch amongst it. Good, just getting out of the funk of like the gray type, personal type, blase within those type pitches. Some of those type ones within the everyday type fashion. It's kind of a taste of like everyday and workaday type fashions, but just more within the homestead, just lounge type fit pitch like that. Some of those type ones that just give like a frown in the blase type fare, like a 180 pitch like this, the hit type feels, but just get some jive going pitch like that. I think the last one I haven't talked about on here is I concentrate on you as far as these pitch gammons and our hitting type ones, like a stellar jostle and residential spice to get towards here pitch like that. Just make like a martini, sense of fairs, get some lasagna going pitch like that. Just some details kind of get towards this kind of thawing out a bit, sense the pitch is kind of within probably just like the relative type fairs of just hosting and lounge type aspect within the pitch as far as like the price kind of happen just within like the fare of like good rhythmic kind of foot tap and gelling as far as these pitch going within the aspects as far as the fair's gonna happen. Just appreciate like the fare of just like homebound kind of embellish and pitch like this. So just some of these type varieties where maybe like the full bound type activity is not as much full bound past like just making a lasagna and fares like that. Just kind of the aspect, maybe some incense going pitch like that. It's kind of the fare of this court gal spell pitch like that. This simple kind of Wednesday type combo and pitch like that. Some stuff fairs, but just more day set type pitches with some type aspects of just like the particular product that kind of more or less prime time, but more within the pitch of just the aspect of not so much like the full bound decorum of like shit facedness of like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning pitch like that, but just kind of very just like the after effect of just early dinner type gab and priming for things type gab within pitch like that. Some hit type feel. So that's what we just get into some of that groove factor pitch like that hit type feel. So within pitch, as far as saying paying attention towards it here, I think that's the last one within these type pitch I haven't talked about pitch like that. Some type fairs. So within these pitches, 10 out of 10 albums. Same thing with the social score, that gets a 10 out of 10 as well within these type aspects. Just to say here, pitch like that, just a good amount of groove pitch like that, the hit type varieties of making like a 60s type fashion, contemporary again within like the aspect of the 2020s type fairs, so pitch like that, this definitely needs to happen more often since type varieties amongst it. It's kind of the hit type appeal. Do you like the aspects of some of these type ones, the rhythmic kind of jump on here, pitch like that for like these bar and kind of like these hole in the wall and jazz bar type ones for like some entertainment pitch like that, just Broadway type step in pitch like that. Some type appeals also within the pitch, some homestead type fits for like making lasagnas and like particular mochas, martinis, some of pitch aspects like that. Good. Good aspect like some pull aside and just being puppy dog within sense of pitch amongst the aspect just like particular type fare, just appreciate like the conduct, just like the day flavor in the company as far as these pitch games is excellent type pitches. Some of the stuff fairs just get the good quality of it within pitch like that. A little bit I do like some of these swinging type, air and run type tunes, pitches like that. As far as these players gonna have them with like favorite runs for gallon, pitches like that. Some hit type varieties and getting like a swinging type action with 3-6 mafia type fair pitches like that. So good, nice products on top of that. Some type pitches for like just some break free kind of within these tones and just going out for like nachos and like getting some crunk in your system, pairs like that, some type pitch. So plenty of these type ones, just seeing the POV type aspect with gallon for some of these type pitches and just I'm glad you shared in pitches like that. So hit type aspects for these tones, I'm just within those type pitches, paying attention towards the here. So within the aspect, in terms of the future, unfortunate aspect is Tony Bennett is not here within these type pitches. This aspect as far as saying paying attention towards it. But Lady Gaga has dropped an album recently within the hit type appeal. Lady Gaga has dropped an early 2025 album with the hit album Mayhem as far as these pitch albums. So X type is getting towards the here as far as these product albums. With the hit type variety pitch like that, some other type varieties, we can get to more of these later with them pitch like that. Like I said, I'll probably review the live edition of this particular album, Love for Sale pitch like that with the extra additional songs. So at least 7 of these within those type products. I don't know if they're songs from like cheek to cheek within those type fairs, with their extra new type ones that are kind of bonus type ones pitch like that. We'll figure it out. Some of those type pitch like that, but X and blistering type album pitch like that. This classic taste like the 60s, like a 2010s kind of. Like a 2020s kind of contemporary pitch like that, this overall banger.